Once upon a time, on the outskirts of the internet, two experts and a couch decided to find out what it takes to succeed. All they have, a lot of free time and absolutely no clue where to start. Starring Mike as Mr. Right, Ron as Mr. Wrong, Couch as the Couch.
Hello, and welcome to Couch Podcast, your source of education and entertainment. Here with you, Mike and Ron. In today's episode, we will discuss what is success and how to become successful.
Or, if at first you don't succeed, find out if the loser gets anything. That's supposed to be a joke. It was funny, at least at the first time when we saw it.
Yeah. Definition of success can vary from person to person, and only you can define what success means to you and how it can be measured. In today's world of social media, we can easily forget about our definition of success and follow someone else's path. So, what is success to you?
Well, that's a tough question, I think the most popular answer for this question should be like, becoming successful. It means to get like a lot of money, to get these crazy cars, crazy mansions, and all these trips and everything. But for me, it's kind of a question of happiness. For me personally, success is something like when you're happy with your life. It doesn't matter where your careers go. It doesn't matter how much money do you have, which car you own. It depends only on your mental state. Because I think if you're not happy, you will not feel yourself as much successful if you will chase some popular opinion, right? To get a lot of money. You will get a lot of money and you will not feel yourself enough happy for this. So I think that success is being in full harmony with yourself, with your mind. It's not only about being popular, have enough power to be an influencer, to influence someone's opinion. It's all about being okay with yourself, being in harmony with your mind. So that's what success for me.
Material things aren't make you happy.
Yeah, exactly me. And this is just a personal opinion, because I know a lot of people who are like, oh, success is like you should have a lot of money. Money can buy anything for you. And I think that's kind of wrong.
Not that the money it's not important. Money important. I think when you you need to go to doctor, you need money to go to doctor, but it's it's not the most important thing that will make you happy. And if we follow successful people who are successful financially and in life, we can see that at first, as well as they say, at first they didn't follow the money, they followed their dreams, to change the life of people, to make the life of people easier, and the money followed them. So yeah, for most part, for some people, there are some people who actually enjoy to make money.
Mm-hmm.
For them, maybe financial success would be the success in life. But there's a lot of people who think who work the 9 to 5 job and feel like they've been successful in their life because they're happy. They spend the time with their family. They went to vacation and stuff like that, and that's what make them happy. So success has a different definition and is vary from person to person. So for me, being financially stable and take care of my family uh, in all aspects of this would mean that I lived successful life, but also I won't be happy if I'm not gonna, how to say it, I actually want to create something that will help people to change their life. If they in a position in their life where they need help and they need advice and something like that, I want to create something that will help them to change their life. Like this podcast we created, it doesn't mean that we are successful and giving you advice how to become successful. But for some people, uh, our path would be closer to follow than somebody else's, some billionaire or some millionaire, because we on the beginning of the path, and we trying to show you that success actually doesn't have any secrets. There's keys to success, but there's no secrets. So first of all, you for yourself have to define what success means to you.
All right. So, um, like, I think for most people, it will be like getting extra money because you will become a good thinker once you fix this part of your life. If you have enough money to think about what is success for you, all right. Uh, you're exactly right about doing things for to help other people, and the money will follow. Taking steps to achieve your goals, to follow your dreams, and the money will follow. They say, but I think that financial, like to be financially stable, it plays a role to define for yourself what success is. Like if I have enough money to live this life, to spend, to cover all my expenses and this stuff, I will become a great thinker. I will think about these things like what success means for everyone. So let's view financial stability as a step to success.
I would say, yeah, but the one size fits all approach is impossible, because there's some people who actually work in a company and they have a goal to work in that company for many years, and maybe it would be success for them. Like I was watching the news the other day, and there was a guy from Argentina who worked in company for 84 years
Oh,
in
I
one
saw that
company.
guy.
Yeah, he worked
It's great.
84 years in one company, and he was happy, and I guess that's success for him, because at the end of the day, success is when you on the finish line of this journey that we call life, and you can tell yourself without doubt it was a happy path and full of memorable experience. Uh, so there's nothing wrong with working 84 years in a one company. Uh, like a definition of today's social media, the what social media show us as a success, the I think it's like a little bit wrong, because it will put you on in a position where you're gonna harm yourself,
Yeah,
where
exactly.
where you can feel like a loser if you don't have a Ferrari or a Lambo, and that's not. I don't think. I don't think deep inside, like most people, like if they have them, but if they have Ferrari, I don't think it would make them happy. For some people, yes, it would make you happy. For example, for me, have a like be financially free, uh, like be financially free. It would be tool that I can use to help others, like give back to the world and make difference. Uh, it's not like sometimes, yes, I want to drive Ferrari, but it's just for 10 minutes probably. After 10 minutes, I'm like, what?
Well, you can rent a Ferrari and
Yeah, you can rent it if you want. Yeah, and drive
goal
it.
is
And
done. You
yeah, and you can see if it makes any difference, but I don't think it will. Uh, what actually will make difference, I think, if you try to help people who are in need, and then like appreciation that you'll get back from the people. That's what I don't know. That's what make, I think, when you make difference, that would make you happy. Uh, yeah, like there's nothing wrong if you're going for like financial success, but I don't think it's for everyone. It's just what social media shows us. But there's a lot of happy people, like the guy who worked 84 years in the same company. He doesn't
you've
drive
seen
Ferrari.
stuff. You've
Yeah,
seen
he
stuff. It's
doesn't. Yeah.
I'm just wondering how many bosses he saw on his lifetime. Like, they always changing stuff, and this is the first time when stuff like he saw a lot of bosses changing on that company. 84
Yeah.
years, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's crazy, but that's what made him happy. So there's a different definition of success, and it's vary from person to person. When you define to yourself what success means, then it will be easier for you to become successful. And how to become successful, there's there's certain keys to success, but there's no secrets. So it's actually never too late to become successful, because we have many examples when like people people start. For example, Colonel Sanders, he start KFC. I think he succeeded at what, 62 years old.
Yeah, exactly. That was a long
Yeah,
journey, like frying
yeah,
chicken all this time and finally
yeah,
get success.
yeah. So
It's just
yeah,
crazy commitment.
it's never too late. Uh, when you, like we said, when you define what success means to you, then it will take you one step closer. And the first step would be to have a clear goal. That's important thing, to have a clear goal. As we talked in previous episodes, the clear goal is very important. Uh, what else could be keys
All
to
right, so I think, but how do you get this information? Like, all right, so we're born the same, right? And when we're getting older, how do we understand what success means to us? Because for each person it will be different, and I think that your life experience is playing a big role in this. Like, uh, the first of all, there is like a fake opinion, fake success, as you told us before. Social media is doing a great job on performing us how success should look like, but it's probably wrong, because you see all these people living like crazy lifestyle and having all this stuff, all these cars and everything. But for each person, it should be different. And how to clarify what success means to you? I think that you should understand, first of all. I think that if you will visualize, like, for example, uh, if you see this like fake success online and social media somewhere, try to think about yourself in that position. Like, you've seen a like supercar, I will get it, what it will bring for me. Like, feeling of happiness will it change me as a person, what I will like, how I can help other people with this amount of money or something that you are looking at. And after that uh, you will find out what really makes you happy, and that will be your success, your point where you want to get.
uh, yeah, because it's better for you to not to not fall into trap of being like being
Nice picture, right?
yeah, fall into trap of being successful only in social media. You actually have to be successful in your life. You have to be happy. If you do something that doesn't make you happy, can you count it as a successful life or as a success? You make a lot of money, but you're not happy because you don't have time to spend with your family and that kind of stuff, or you don't even had time to have a family. So yes, everyone should define success for themselves. Don't rely on social media to tell you what success means, because that the car again.
You see everything around us telling us that you should get that Ferrari, right? At some point of your life, you should drive this kind of car. By the
Yeah.
way, it wasn't Ferrari. Absolutely, it was a
Okay.
motorcycle again. Oh, here he goes again. All right,
Okay.
they have a kind of racing there.
Uh, Once you define, as we said, you have to have a clear goal, find your direction. Uh, when you find your direction, uh, next you need to have desire, determination, and commitment to achieve what you want. Um, and we previously mentioned this in our other episodes, like previous episodes in our podcast. You can listen to them. Uh,
I got a
the
nice idea in my in my mind.
that's
Like, what if success is just all about not giving up? Like, look at if you look at anything from this point of view, success is something, is your tendency to not give up during your life, right? Because whatever you choose, which it doesn't matter which goal do you have, if you stand up more times than you will fail, it means you will become successful. So whatever success means to you, it's all about not giving up, maybe. What do you think?
not
It's late
giving up
night
is
here, and I have this like
not
philosophy
giving.
atmosphere.
Yeah, not giving up is it's very important too, because if you have a clear goal, if you have desire, uh, if you commit yourself to that, you also have to have a reason why you want that. As long as you have why, you can go through any how in your life, because you have to you have to have a reason for that. Not giving up is important as well, because if you give up every time you face some kind of obstacle, then I think your why is not as strong, and you don't actually have a reason, and you don't have a clear goal.
Exactly,
It
and
also
the reason. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it also sometimes you have to take risk and yeah, make a change in your life, because r- without taking a risk, there is no reward. Um, I think is as important as not giving up. You sometimes there's could be a risk. Uh, like from story of Jeff Bezos and Amazon. Jeff Bezos actually had a really good job at the hedge fund. I think, if I'm not wrong, uh, when he presented his idea of Amazon to his boss, uh, he actually worked at New York at the Wall Street at some hedge fund. He had a really good job, and he presented his idea of Amazon to his boss. His boss listened to him and said, "You know what? It is a really good idea, but this idea would be even better for someone who has no job." At which point Jeff Bezos said, "Okay." He took 3 days off, I think, and really he think about it, and uh, he came to the point where he quit his job and moved to Washington State. And on the way to Washington State, he write his business plan and how it's gonna work, how the Amazon's gonna work. Uh, I think he got some help from his parents, maybe some early investors, and then he started selling books from his garage. Uh, he delivered the books that been ordered to USPS by himself every day. Uh, so it was crazy journey, but he asked himself, uh, would he regret if he wouldn't take that risk at the end of the life? Would he regret if he don't take the risk? When answer was yes, he quit his job and he followed his dream,
Yeah.
and that's how it
Now
it
he is the
blew.
book.
Now he's the
Now
book.
he is the book of everything. And
Yeah,
there is a
he's a book of
famous quote.
success. Yeah.
Exactly. The famous quote of Dubai's ruler, one of the most like craziest places in good terms, uh, in terms of development and everything. Sheikh, I guess Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai, he said the biggest risk of your life is not taking any risks. You're risking everything if you're not taking risks.
Yes. And we're not saying that if you have a mortgage, if you have a family to support, and if you have a bills to pay, just
Leave
go and
everything and just
yeah,
follow your
go
dream.
yeah, go quit your job tomorrow. We actually gonna talk about this in our next episode. We're gonna talk about how you can quit your job if you hate your job and you want to do something else. But right here, we're not saying that you have to quit your job tomorrow and go follow your dreams. If you have a bills to pay, if you have a family to support, it's not gonna work. You're gonna be stressed, and you will be feeling miserable. So that's not what we're saying. It's just sometimes you have to take a risk. Uh,
Yeah.
Actually, it's very good in early like 20s. You can take a lot of risk even at your when you're teenager, early 20s. You can take a risk without any like
Big
you,
influence on your lifestyle.
yes, it's like when you take risk in early 20s, it's like it's experience, it's income. It's actually income in your life, because it's a very good experience as long as you bounce back from failures. uh, for most part, you gonna bounce back because you're young, you don't have a lot of responsibilities, and uh, at that point you can try as many things as you want. uh, it's a little harder when you pass that 30-year mark because now you have a family responsibility and that, but it's not impossible. It's never late to take risk
Exactly.
and yeah and try. um, but it's better when you young. So if any young people listen to us, we encourage you to take a risk at your early 20s, uh, even in the late 20s. So um, that could be one of your keys to success. Try as much as
Can,
possible, as
yeah,
much as you
as much
want,
as
as much as
possible.
you can. Yeah. If you like traveling, uh try become a traveler, like and have a blog or have a like something that will bring you money and make your traveling free. um there is a lot of source of income that can be made from the traveling. So everything in today's day and age, everything is possible, especially when you're young. For someone who make like $60,000 in United States, and if you're if you are like you have an online job that doesn't, it's like you're working from home, that $60,000 a year would give you a completely different life in other part of the world, like in Thailand and Malaysia or somewhere there. It will give you a different
Here
type
we
of
go.
life. Yeah. So if you're young and you don't have a lot of responsibilities, I would encourage you to go and
Try ourselves
try. Yeah.
everywhere,
Try.
everywhere. That's.
Risk it. Yeah.
By the way, you can become a beggar at any at any country. um,
Yeah.
we're not advising you to do so anyway, but take risks because what the worst thing that will happen to you, you will cry. That's it. Next day, you will wake up from your bed and say, "Oh, okay, let's go. Everything is possible."
Yeah. Uh, Another key would be discipline and persistence. Well, uh,
It's
discipline
hard.
is very important. Yeah, it's very
Um,
important. If you're not disciplined, mm, well, like we previously mentioned, we on our uh, like previous episodes, you cannot rely on motivation forever at all time because motivation is comes and goes. So what you need is to develop good habits and discipline, and uh, be disciplined as much as you can. Like there are some athletes like who hate to train. Like even Muhammad Ali, he hated to train, but he did it anyway because he wanted to be a champion. Uh, he has even a famous quote: "I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion." So without discipline, you won't get far. Uh,
that's a good one.
what else could be a key?
Um,
What?
you know this method of Steve Jobs? I don't remember exactly what did he ask from himself every day in the morning. He was talking about like every day when I wake up, I look to myself at mirror, and I ask
Oh
myself,
yeah, yeah, I
if
remember that.
if if this is my last day, if this is the last day of my life, how could I
How,
spend it? Or it was something, how would I change the world? It was something like this, as I remember.
like if yeah, if it the last day of my life, how would I leave it, or something like
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
That's that's
So
that's also a good one if you think into it.
yeah, because
The
you never know when your last day. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it might be a yesterday.
that go no yesterday. All right, so yesterday was my last day, but still we're here. I think that also how risks are working. If it's your last day, then who cares? Just risk not everything. Or okay, you have responsibilities. Try to be like risk in a proper way. Just try to think it like today is the last day. How can I spend it? What can it bring to me? I think that's a good from point of motivation. That's really good to ask those kind of questions from yourself.
Yeah, because yeah, you never know. You never know when your last day is, and live it as best as you can, I guess.
Look, I just remembered when I was visiting psychologist due to therapy, and we had this group therapy, and our psychologist he was asking about us because all of us we were having like anxiety, all this kind of fears, social anxiety, and everything, and he was asking one by one if now you know that this is the last 5 minutes of your life, what would you do? And the most popular questions, it was like, oh, I will call my family. Uh, I will talk to them, talk to my family. I will visit my okay, 5 minutes. You cannot you will be late at any point. So, uh, you just want to call to someone close to you and say goodbye. And
Yeah,
that what's really important. And after that therapy, I understood that a lot of things doesn't really matter. Like if really you have a limited time, and we all know that our time is limited, right?
yeah, we just don't
So
want to accept it.
yeah, we just don't want to accept it. And by the way, this is the good way to define success for yourself. Think about that's reality. Just remember that life has an end and you have limited time, and it will help you to define the success for yourself. Like you will
Yeah,
clearly understand what is important to you. If money is important already, you will have last 5 minutes. So I will buy this NFT. That's it. I
yeah,
will die happy after.
yeah, yeah. But I think if you have like one day to live, and if you really think about it, I don't think you're gonna chase money if you have one day to live.
All
The
right.
money
If
would be
if
the last thing in your mind.
yeah, exactly. And look, all right. So if today is the last day of your life, what would you do? 24 hours.
Yep. And on this note, we're gonna end this podcast, and we asking you uh, to go and follow our Instagram account, which is live right now. Our Instagram account is Couch Podcast 22. Uh, please leave a review and comment, and we will see you next time, next week, for which would episode would be about how to quit your job if you hate it. Once again, please follow us on Instagram, Couch Podcast 22, and someday in the future, in the close future, I guess we gonna give away either a gift card or a free book on something that will help you to change your life. Um, thank you for listening, and see you next week.
Bye.